Did you see that Elon Musk held a conference where he lied about non-citizens getting social security numbers so they can vote? Listen.
21, you see 270,000 people, goes all the way to 2.1 million in 24. These are non-citizens that are getting social security numbers. And there are a lot of good people in the system that pointed us in this direction. I want to honor them right now. That work in the government today, who took risks to show us these numbers and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, it was a massive, large-scale program to import as many illegals as possible, ultimately to change the entire voting map of the United States and disenfranchise the American people and make it a permanent, deep blue, one-party state.
We found 1.3 million of them already on Medicaid, as an example. We've gone through, on every benefit program we went through, we found groups from this particular group of people, this 5.5 million people, in those benefit programs. And then what was really, really disturbing us was why. We're asking ourselves why. And so we actually just took a sample and looked at voter registration records. And we found people here registered to vote. In this population, yes.
And who did vote.
And we found some by sampling that actually did vote. And we have referred them to prosecution at the Homeland Security investigation.
This guy talking right here is a longtime investor of Elon Musk, Antonio Garcia. One of those right-wing Cubans. Well, let's start with what he said, that some brave people risked a lot to show this data. Yeah, that's publicly available information about a social security program called the Enumeration Beyond Entry Program, which is what he cited. This program is part of the legal process that once somebody is seeking asylum, getting a work permit, filing for a green card, getting married, instead of having to go to the Social Security office, they would get a Social Security card sent to them. They are entitled to that Social Security card. So it's not what they're saying that as soon as somebody crosses the border, they're automatically getting a Social Security card. These are people who have ongoing legal cases and are following the law and are entitled to these Social Security numbers. So the way they're presenting these numbers is very disingenuous and misinforming, and that's the whole point. Saying that people who got Social Security numbers under these programs went on to get benefits or went on to vote. Yes, because they went on to become green card holders and then eventually U.S. citizens who can vote. But they're lying about this program because they're shutting it down. So now everybody who goes through the immigration system has to go to a Social Security office in order to get their card. So nearly 3 million people will have to start going to Social Security offices, which has already seen their workforce cut drastically. And by getting rid of this program, they're bottlenecking the immigration system and keeping people undocumented. And at the same time, making it harder for non-citizens and citizens to get their Social Security cards and their benefits. And remember, to keep up with news stories like these, sign up for my newsletter, check out my podcast or one of my other social media channels, link in bio.